classmates. Good afternoon. So we want to start the gumming process of our Ankara trouser. So the gum I am using is called gum stain or paper gum. This one it's not color gum, it's like paper. It's called gum stain. It's being sold for 400 naira per yard. So you can buy 1 yard, So that's what you use. And the areas you must gum are the pocket region, the flap, and then the band as well. The band. So I will show you the gumming area where I will gum in this whole process. Right, so you gum this angle. So what you just need to do is to measure out this size. Just measure out the size of the gum. Then sort of like 1 inch or 1.5 in this form. And then place in a diagonal form, in a slanted form. That notching, those notch points is where you're going to gum from. In a diagonal form this way. So place this way, place this way. Then we can trim the excesses like this. Then you gum. So you can use dry cell iron, steam iron or charcoal iron, anyone you have, right? But you must make sure you use iron. So you gum. Once you've gummed all through this way, so the next you do is to fold from that notching you gave, from that notching, please. So make sure you fold from that notching you gave, and then you iron. So do the same thing I did here at the other side. So by simply bringing the gum again like this, and then fling the trouser this other way around. Remember that the front is inside, right? So don't gum here, gum the one outside. So you place it this way. Make sure you place it very well. Trim off the excesses at this point. Then you also gum. So once you have gummed this to this point, so the next thing you're going to do is to also fold again. You fold it from the notched point, fold from the notched point this way, then you fold this way. So this is what we have as our first gumming on the pocket. So the next gumming you're going to do is the flap. So which I will also show you. You don't need to gum anything on the back trouser because there's no need. No, there's nothing to gum at the back rather. So the next you will gum now is the flap. Remember the one you cut by 2.5 or 3 inches width. Now this pocket facing does not need to be gummed. So this pocket facing will be left. The one you gum is the smaller one. This zip fly is the one that you are going to gum. So just bring gum as well. Just this way. Then cut it twice. The reason I'm just taking my time to explain this for you is for in case you're a total newbie, so that you understand how these things are done. So just place the flap. The straight parts will face each other. The fronts are facing down, or it's facing down. So you make sure it's facing down. Then place gum like this. Place gum like this way. Then we can patch it up anyone that does not reach. So patch it up, then you gum. So this is just how you will gum this as well. This is the flap. But don't forget the flap. The one that you use in fixing the zip is the flap. So you gum it all through this way. Then we're going to trim out the excesses. Trim it out. Trim the excesses this way. Trim out the excesses as well in this form as well. Trim it out. Trim it out just like this. So trim it out. So trim it out. So after you have trimmed it out, the next you do is to also cut it out from here. Cut from here. Cut from here as well. Cut all the way from this way. So you have the flap gummed in this form. So you will have this flap has been gummed. And the next you are going to bear in mind that I said that the pocket facing does not need to be gummed. This other bigger one, please don't gum it. We'll just use weaving to weave it. I will show you how it's being used in sewing. Don't worry. So the next we are going to battle with now is the band. Now the band is the next in line to gum. So what you need to do is you don't need to gum the whole band width. Just gum like more than half of it. So I'm going to gum like 3 inches or thereabout. Or just cut out this way. So this is the extent. So because of gum, I want to make the gum to be visible. So you have 2 options here. To gum either from this end, this way, or push it 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch you're pushing is where you're going to attach it to the band. But anyone is still very much okay. But make sure that you gum all through this way. So the band gumming must be more than 1.5. So 2.5, 3 is ideal. But don't gum the whole of the band so that the band does not get too thick for nothing. So you just gum all the way this way. I will gum the whole length, just gum everything all through to the very end. Remember that it has a joining. I will also gum the joining as well. So that everything will be balanced. I will also gum the joining as well. So here you make it to come to this very end, and then you go all the way to this point, trim out, cut out. Then make sure that when you want to join the gum, don't join from the ending exactly. Lap like 1 inch on top or 1/2 inch, so that there won't be any breakage or any point of breaking or squeezing. Gum all the way to this point. So when you have gotten to this point, now the next you will do now is to also gum the, remember that we had a half band or quarter band we have cut out. We also gum this one as well. So in folding, you fold 1/2 inch here. 1/2 inch, very important. Fold half, not 1, not 3/4, half. This is what you use to attach the main trouser. Fold 1/2 inch from here. Make sure it stretches all the way to the very end. Take your time, make sure it stretches all the way to the very end. Fold 1/2 inch. So it goes all the way to this point. Fold 1/2 inch. It goes all the way to this very point as well. Fold 1/2 inch. Then fold 1/2 inch. So once you have gotten to this point, so the next thing you will do here is to fold 1.25 or maximum 1.5. Remember, the band should not be too big. The error has gone when band is 2 inches, except when the person's length is not up to the length. You now use the band to complete it. But once the person's length is up to the length, you must fold the band to be 1.5 maximum, right? That's the maximum width you can use. It's for modern sewing. That your sewing will be up to date. Don't do your band to be more than 1.5. For English trousers, 1.25, highest 1.3. That is the measurement you have to use. So you fold all the way to this point. So make sure that your band folding as well is stretched. So this one now you can use your hand do them. So you must make sure you devise a means to have a straight fold or an even folding. So you must make sure your eyes are straight. Use your tape in folding. Don't mind me that I'm folding without putting my tape. I'm already used to it. So you must put your tape as you fold. You put your tape. So once you have gotten to the end of the folding, then the leftover fabric, the one that is here, fold it on top this way. Fold it on top this way. Iron it as well. This way. Iron as well. And then make sure that the folding goes all the way down. So take your time in doing this. Don't be in a haste. So once you have folded this band to this very point, see what you will now do. You now open up this one, hook it underneath this way, make it to enter under. So this one will be underneath, while this one will be on top. So now we have iron. You have got to this point, then you iron. You make sure you iron. You iron all through. You iron all through. So now we are done with this. So the next we are gonna do now is to go and weave. Then this particular trouser don't need to have lining because it's thick. So we don't need to put lining. But if you want to put lining, no problem. You can go ahead and put your lining. So the fabric is thick already. So you have to make the fabric to be breathable. Don't put lining in such thick fabrics, except When you're making this regular Ankara, you can put lining. Even as much as some persons as well don't put lining, but then you can, decide to put lining for them. So this is the pocket. So this pocket now, the measurements is the width of the pocket is going to be 6 inches width or 5.5 minimum, 6 inches width. Then the depth 7 inches or 6.5 is ideal. So you fold all the way to that point, making sure that everything you're folding must correspond to the measurement, so that because everything you are doing must have measurement. It's not something that you will do by guessing. It works with measurements. It works with measurements. So you fold the both ends this way. Fold this as well. Make sure they are equal. So take your time to do all of this. So once you have folded this way, so you also fold one part as for the up. For the up, at this point you can decide to put hemming gum, but because of how thick this fabric is, I'm avoiding putting more load, so that I will just sew it with threading, and iron. It will lap. So this fabric is thick. It's like it's almost a chinos texture. So it's thick. If you have come across the fabric before, you understand what I'm saying. So now the depth of the pockets, 6 inches and a half is ideal. Remember, it's not just going to be that deep, just something small, So you can also make yours to be 7 if you wish to. So here we have our back pocket folded. So the next we are going to deal on now will be on the sewing. So this sewing aspect or process will cover both the zip fixing, the band fixing, the belt loop. Every component should be assembled so that you understand or see how they are being used, or they will be used. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. So for the belt loop, you don't need to do anything here. It's from sewing part you will handle the belt loop. So the last part of the band will also be gummed, so that it will be used to augment or complete the band when we are sewing. Remember that the band was not up to the length of my customer's waist circumference divided by 2 plus extra 5 inches thereabout. So you make sure you complete the band gumming as well. That if yours has a joining, or if yours can come out at a stretch, there's no problem. So now you complete it by 1/2 inch, making sure you also follow the same width folding of the parent band or the main band. Then you fold 1.5. Make sure everything you're doing is in line with the measurements. So now I'm done with the folding. So I'll go ahead to start the sewing process. So just don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you on the next sewing tutorial. Bye bye for now. This is what it looks like.